In 2024, there's more social media available for you and your business than ever before in the history of the internet. So the question is, do you still need a website in this day and age? You have access to LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Shopify. Anything you could possibly want and need is out there for you already for free. So why would you go and build a website? There are obviously many use cases for having a website in 2024 and in the future also. However, in this video, we're going to cover the use case of having a website for a brick and mortar store. Do you need one, or can you just get away without having a website at all? Well, there are several answers to this question, and in this video, we're going to try and explore all of them in more detail. Hi, my name is Cyril at HG Labs. At HG Labs, we help businesses grow online. And on this channel, we're going to be covering topics such as web and app development and design, software development, social media marketing, SEO, and any other topic related to growing your business or your personal portfolio online. Now, let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. The first case is for brick and mortar storefronts who rely on footfall for their business. This means any customers who are passing by and happen to go into their shop to buy something. This would include a store like a 7-Eleven, for example. A 7-Eleven is not something that will typically attract customers from far across a region or across a city, and they don't particularly need to market their brand. All they need to do is set up a store in an area where a lot of people are going to be passing by, and a lot of customers will just come in the shop by virtue of the things that they sell. By the same logic, a bakery could also fall into the 7-Eleven category. Now, here you need to remember that there are two kinds of bakery. Your local bakery that just caters to the neighborhood and anybody who passes by, or a bakery whose owner wishes to build a brand. Now, if the owner wishes to build a brand, it's going to be very important for them to have a social media presence. Because if they're building a brand, they need to stand out of the quality of their products, and they need to have people come in from more than just a local neighborhood. So that will require them to have a certain social media presence, and having a website even could be beneficial for them too. The same would apply for a restaurant who's trying to become a hotspot for culinary tourism, or perhaps even a clothing shop who's trying to build their brand and stand out against the sea of small brands and big brands who are competing against them. Having a social media presence to build their brand is going to be essential if they are to succeed in that endeavor. Just having the brick and mortar storefront alone is not going to be enough, because growing by word of mouth is going to be difficult and restricted only to the location where they are or the city where they are located. Brick and mortar stores who rely on footfall but also have a portion of their sales coming through online customers are also going to require a website. Now, at the start, you might get away with just having a simple online social media presence and putting your store up on other third-party resellers like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, Etsy, TikTok Shop, Alibaba, etc. You can use these platforms to promote your products without having to have a website for your company. However, having a website for your company and listing it on those platforms as well as your social media platforms is going to drive customers to your website. A smart customer, if they see your website linked in the description of your products, is going to click on that, and when they see that they can get the product a little bit cheaper directly from you, they're probably going to opt for that. The additional advantages are you can also run promotions on your website. You don't have character limits for your descriptions. You don't have limits on how you can showcase your products. You don't have limits on the pictures you can put on there, the amount of pictures, the amount of products, the amount of listings. Everything is going to be free once you have paid the setup cost for your website. The only maintenance is going to be maintaining your website and listing new products. And that cost is going to be very minimal compared to doing the same on all of those different platforms. However, adding a website into the mix is going to help them in a number of ways. First of all, it's going to improve their credibility to customers and to other businesses looking to cooperate with them. Having a website is like the modern day equivalent of a CV or a business card. If you have a website, it automatically puts you one tier above any competition that doesn't have one. It also gives you the opportunity to improve your brand image. If you have a website, you get to control the narrative of how, what, when, and where everything you have in your marketing arsenal appears, which is not something that's obviously very easy to control on social media platforms, which are restricted by content type or by the amount of content that you can post, where you can post it, etc. It's also going to help your business cut out the noise of the competition. On any other social media platform, whatever your content is always in constant competition with the other content on the platform. Now, you can take this video as a very concrete example of this in action. When you're watching this video, if your eye has already wandered to the side and seen any other thumbnails of videos that you might watch, I am directly competing for your time with these other videos and thumbnails. This is not something that's going to happen on your website, because any other thumbnails and videos or blog posts you have on your website are also content that you are putting out to get more customers. So whatever they click, they're still going to be reading your marketing materials, which is an end benefit for you if you're trying to get more customers. Another benefit of having a website for a small business is going to be that you can run promotions, price your items, place your items however you want, wherever you want. Your highest ticket items are the ones that you can place in the front if you want to place them in the front. You can run your marketing strategy exactly as you like without having to rely on paying for premium tiers or paying extra for having more photos of a specific product. You can run promotions however you want them. You can say, for example, if you're a bakery, you can say buy 2 loaves of bread and get a donut for free, which you might not be able to run on Uber Eats if you're advertising your bakery on there for people to buy online from you. However, if you have a website and you're building your own brand, this is something that you can do on your website without any restrictions from a third-party platform which wants you to conform to their specific template. I had a situation 2 months ago where one of my clients, who was running an events company, had his YouTube account shut down by YouTube. YouTube just decided from one day to the next to take his account down. I'm not sure what the situation was exactly. He told me he didn't know what went wrong with his account, and all of his videos just disappeared. Now, he might have been copyright struck, he might have broken one of the community guidelines, I'm not exactly sure, but what happened in the end was that he lost all of his marketing content from one day to the next, just before the high season came for his events company. So that's absolutely devastating for a business. And if you have a personal website and you have hosting up on your website where you can put videos and photos of your own on your website, you don't need to rely on third-party resellers of social media to have all of your marketing content up on their platform. And if you accidentally breach one of their guidelines, you still have control over your marketing through your website. Your clients, your existing customers, at least your existing customer base, will be able to find you and see what new events you're promoting, what new products you're selling, if the existing products are still available, if they can't find you on social media anymore. Which is something that rarely happens, but if it does happen, can have dramatic consequences for your business. The last thing having a website is going to do for your business is help you reduce costs. For every single third-party reseller you use to sell your products online, they're always taking at least some kind of percentage-based fee for transactions, and sometimes they're having you pay subscription fees to list your products. Some of them will charge you for listing more products. Some of them will charge you for having your products listed a little bit higher up the rankings. Some of them will charge you for including more keywords. Some of them will charge you for including more pictures of your products. Some of them will charge you for having longer descriptions or more detailed descriptions of your products. On your website, you can do all of these things for free without having to conform to the rules of a third-party reseller, which restricts you to only using their template to sell your products, which might require a little bit more explaining or a little bit more showcasing. You can essentially cut out the middleman and sell your products directly from the people who find you through your online social media presence. Now, I will say this for third-party resellers. Usually they already have a large customer base that are using their platform, and they can drive sales to you that way. However, there's no guarantee that they're going to drive sales to you rather than to your competition, who are also going to be selling on that same platform. To recap, if you're like store number 1, you don't want to build a brand or expand your customer base, you're not going to need a strong social media presence, you're not going to need a website for your brick and mortar store, but you are going to need to be searchable on mapping applications like Bing Maps, Google Maps, Maps, or whichever is local or endemic to the region you're in. If you're like store number 2 and you wish to build a brand, expand your customer base, or open new locations, you are going to need a strong social media presence, you will need a website for your brick and mortar store, and you will need also to be searchable on mapping applications such as Google Maps, Bing Maps, or Maps. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and that it helped you make a decision on whether you need a website or not for your business. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and a subscribe, and check out my other videos for what kind of websites your business can use in 2024.